And good morning. Welcome to the Southern Fried Podcast Humpday edition, the SFP News. Hopefully this is coming through good. I've had some Wi-Fi issues up here. We're still trying to work out, so hopefully it will be clear. We hope. It is worked on it last night. Be working on it today. I'm going to call them, and hopefully it's good. If not, we won't have it. The radio show went pretty good, but we'll see. Right now, it seems to be strengthening up, so hopefully it's good. But they need to do a better job, so I don't know. But good morning, Michael. How are you doing? Rob won't be here. Personal matter. Maybe back tonight, may not. Not sure. Certainly back by Cornbread Nation show. So will not be here this morning. He is out and about and moving around, doing some things, and so remember him. And we'll see him again Thursday night and Friday morning for the morning show. But here we are, another hot day. Seems like what we got is supposed to cool off a little bit in the next couple of days. At least won't be as extreme. Really putting a push on the systems, I'm sure. I haven't heard too much about it. I've been keeping up with a little bit of that this morning, Michael. I don't think much of to do will come out of that, other than Zelensky will be there trying to get membership and wanting some more help. So, but it is an interesting backdrop against. We're talking about the NATO summit with what's going on, continuing in Russia, Ukraine, and Iran and Israel. So they're paying their money. They're anteing up. They're getting so much a percentage of their GDP. They're wanting to move it up to 5%. 3.5% of that would be, straight into defense spending. 3.5% of GDP. And then another 1.5% of GDP related to infrastructure, cyber warfare, and stuff like that. But they don't expect all of them to make it. So they did all agree. But there are exceptions. Spain is never going to be asked to make the payment fully because they don't have it. Some are paying fairly close to that now. Poland is at 4.1, but they've been in an ambitious military buildup for some time, which is concerning. Not that they shouldn't have a great defense with sitting right there on Ukraine's border, but there's people in Poland that would like to have. They would like to have more. They would like to have war with Russia. So they did agree, and they are paying more. Britain is going to amp up. They want to have the biggest military in Europe by 2035. The Poles are Lithuanians, I think, but there's some of them probably won't get there. We may not even get there to the 5%. Even the leadership said that, but we'll be very close. But when you think about it. Our GDP is a whole lot bigger than their GDP, so I'm not really concerned about that. I mean, us at 3.5 is a heck of a lot more than their 5, so that's the way I see it. But they're wanting all member states to have this massive military buildup to feel safe. I just think that it's all good, but as well as President Trump is in office, I think Article 5 is going to be ignored, depending on who it is. We're not going to war just to go to war. So that's a message to those outliers that want to pick a fight with Russia. We might not show up. So they said they're not worried about it. The United States will always be there. But if you go poke the bear and you get bit, you might be on your own. Good morning, Daniel. I see you out there looking in on Facebook side. Hope things are well with you. And I didn't get the logo up yet, but I'm actually creating a couple of more. I want to have 3 or 4, maybe even 5 up to have options. I got another really good looking one I like. I've been showing it to some people. I've got, I think, 3, maybe 4 that I can load up, and I'll try to get those sized and up today. So bear with me. I've got a new one I just came up with and we're talking about in our store, the racing logos. I also loaded up 3 more logos. I think it was, we have a total of 5 in our coffee. We've not put that live yet. I want to get 3 more We'll start with 8, and that's got to set a couple of settings in there, and we're going to get the our Shopify store kicking and our coffee sales going. So just trying to get you some options. And what we're going to do is on the coffee is you can select, except for the caramel. We're going to restrict that obviously, but everything else you can select it at whatever you like. I'm not going to try to pick coffees for people. So some people may like a logo and they want to buy under that brand. You can pick it whatever you want, from super smooth light to kick your butt dark. I don't care. There's 40 different blends that they have, including holidays and stuff. So we'll even set the caramel in those. I don't even care. But we'll restrict the one. That'll all should be. I'm hoping to have all that set up this week, and then we'll eventually have. We may have 20, 25 logos up that'll be on coffee, and if you want to order under that logo, you can. We've already got up the Patriot Morning Blend. We've already got up the caramel. We've already got up Mama Said. I like the logo on that. It really ties in well with our logo for the show. We could probably make that happen, Daniel. I understand too. I need the bigger ones. I'll have to look. There's some options we haven't clicked into yet. But I'll definitely check in that today, as I'm sure we can get that. I mean, sometimes you get into really big sizes that you got to have a special, but 3X shouldn't be. We'll see what we can do. We'll make it happen. We've already got up. Let's see. We've got this other one too, and there's a couple of them I'll show in the newsletter early. So we're not showing those yet. If you're not, and Michael, I got you in there. But if you're not sign up for our email for our newsletter, email us and give us your email, and we'll sign you up. We'll send another newsletter. I was actually hoping to do it yesterday. It's probably going to be today. It could even be into tomorrow, which is fine. We said once a week. I started working. I was actually working on a social media drop before the newsletter, but I wanted to add a couple things in. So if we'll only email you once a week at the maximum. Some weeks we went out and even email you. We won't email just to email, but we usually have some things to share. And if you're on the newsletter, you're going to get first look. And we won't put those on social media until well after, 2 or 3 days after the people that signed up as well have seen that. So it's kind of a little bit, doesn't cost you anything, just putting in an email. It gives you an early look at some stuff, and we'll show you things we're looking at. We'll interact with you through the newsletter. And we're calling that the Breadhead. At least that's what I'm calling it, is the Breadhead newsletter, because those people that follow us, that's what they are, breadheads. So ties into the cornbread. A little bit different music this morning. I decided to pop that in. That's actually the MP3 side song that I used through the week for that show. So just a little bit different since Rob wasn't here. Yes, numbers are still going up. We're pleased about that. Thank you, Michael. I think we're up. We're closed in on 55,000 total on all streams. So it's slowly but steadily climbing, and we're pleased with that. We appreciate that. I don't mean that 55,000 people are watching at any one time, or even all of them, but they have followed us in some form or capacity and look at it from time to time. And then we have those that look at us often, and we have those that are following us very closely. Just got off a phone with a guy in Russia. He follows us there through Podbean. And so we're trying to really do our audio side. We put all of our shows up, most of them. If something didn't come out exactly right, I might not load it. But all of our shows go to the MP3 sites. And there's other video sites that we load them on too. But there's some that only listen through the MP3, like Apple, Spotify. We have a small but growing audience there. We feel that's an untapped area for us. And I would like to see that in the hundreds here by the end of the year, maybe even a few thousand. That's very low. And it's just simply we didn't have the time to work that side of it like we should have, but we were building everything else. There's only so many hours in the day. And there are those that listen here and there. Our numbers, I can tell you that we're getting a lot more listeners on platforms like Getter and Parler. Those are picking up every day. Very, very pleased with that. And it's slowly picking up on Truth Social, where people are interacting with us more. I mean, we have quite a few followers. If you count all those streams together, it's somewhere around 5,000 total, depending if you add all those three together. But the interactions is how I can tell they're really starting to interact with us a lot more, and they're looking forward to things that we load up. We get a lot of comments, a lot of likes, and so you can tell that we are. I'm a big fan of the Parler platform, by the way, and Play TV, which is a form or a sister channel to Parler. Our show looks great on there, if I may say so. I love that platform, and we're growing on there, and we get hundreds, even thousands of views on there. It's really, really exploding. There's another one that we don't ever talk about. It's called 21st, and that stands for the First and Second Amendment. And we've got about 100 and something followers, not much, but we are seen by thousands there, as much as 10,000. Sometimes they're seeing our shows that we put up there. We have to load them up as a link to other platforms because we don't have the size there for the bigger shows, just the smaller ones. And so, not bragging or anything. I just really amazing. Sometimes the numbers that we see on some of these platforms that are, seeing. So we're being exposed to more and more people. We have over 5,000 followers on Red Note, which is a Chinese platform. And we've suffered our attacks over there, but there's a lot of people following us and they like us, and we get a lot of likes every day. And, we try to be respectful of that platform. That obviously that could, don't be offensive. I'll say it that way. And so we try to, put up things, and we do some special things on Red Note we don't do anywhere else. We do a little bit of stuff just catered to that platform, which is kind of neat. And it gives us a chance to interact in a huge community that we might not otherwise be into. And so we've been criticized about being on that platform. I could care less. My filter is I don't give a rip. I mean, it's amazing to be the people that's like, why do you want to do that? That's stupid. Dude, I never want to close off my ability to interact with people. It's like I said, I just got off the phone. You don't have to be confrontational. We don't have to be that. If there's something that would be could be controversial, we'll state facts, news, but as far as conjecture and stuff, we're not going to put anything on there that's a put down or anything like that, because we love people and people from the world over. We're true blue Americans, but that don't mean I have to be against anybody. And just like we've got friends check in with us from many countries around the world, including, like I said, Russia this morning. We had a conversation about the war. We had a conversation about the economics, about the loss of life, about what that means. And that's their voice. I want them to have that. Hey, Jake. So, and also we're spreading the gospel. And that's the biggest thing for me, has always been that. We try to put it out daily. Sometimes life gets in the way, but we put out a daily Bible reading. And yes, that goes on Red Note. And you know what? We got a lot of people that like that. Now, I try to present that in different ways. But, we firmly believe that we're blessed because we are Christian and we're pro Jesus Christ. We don't stifle anybody's beliefs. We don't, some people come on, they're not believers. We've got friends that come on that are not believers. Sometimes their language gets a little out there, but, we try to, as long as they don't get excessive with it, we try not to tell people how to talk. And some of the shows are more adult anyway for that. And, again, it's just life. And you beat people, they talk the way they talk. So we might get criticized for that. But at the end of the day, I can tell you that we're very light on that end of it. So we have a lot of Christians that follow us. And we want that. But we also want people that have never been introduced to Christ or need to be reintroduced to have that. It was never supposed to be a ministry. In fact, a lot of people are shocked. They'll ask me, "Well, what's your podcast?" And I'll preach it, and I'll say, "Well, no, far from it. It's not that, but it still is faith based, and will always be that way." So we believe that we're blessed that way. Rob, there's a new video. I don't know if I I didn't even look and see how long it is. We're going to be pushing out today. Rob made a little video last night about the festival we're going to be at. And apparently, our advertising there has been heard by some people. So if you're one of those that have shared that back to the ones who are putting that on, thank you for that, because that's big for us to know that that word is getting out. So getting closer, a lot of good things going on. And we'll be mentioning those things. I mean, we're less than a month away. So it won't be long, and we'll be right there in the midst of a big ag festival, and interviewing a lot of people. Be able to do a live stream, as well as go back live into the show, as well as do some man on the street type stuff and interview some of these vendors. Two of us there, we should be able to get a lot of. We can watch the table, and also be able to get out and talk to a lot of people, and even maximize our time there. And we'll try to get a ton of coverage. That's the intent for that. We just like to share stuff like that. I've got a guy. He's not ready yet. I invited him. He's a Kurd. He's from Kurdistan, the old Kurdistan, but he's a Kurd from the Iraqi region. Been a citizen here for a long, long time. I've invited him to come on and talk about the history, culture, and everything of the Kurds, who's been a big ally to the United States. He would love to do that. He's just not quite ready to go on screen. So we're working on that. There's another group that I've reached out to, a pro-life group. I'm trying to get them to come on. We've met them through one of the other streams that we don't go live on. And they appreciated the follow. We might be live. I'm trying to remember which one. Maybe it is on X. And we're trying to get them to come on. So lots going on. We want to continue to grow and keep building our racing show, our sports shows, and other shows and documentaries. Haven't had time for that lately, but documentaries will be coming up. Anyway, rambling on here. But it's good to be here. Again, pray for Rob as he travels around. Got a lot of traveling today. Pray for those in the heat. Hope it's not too bad where you're at. Check on your pets. Our little doggy got out running around. My granddaughter came back to the studio, and that dog, boy, it didn't take long for it to be breathing hard. Gave her some water here, and then she gave her some more back up there. That's probably going to be the person that wins there in New York on the Democrat side. But, hey, that's what can you say? That's what they do. So you get what you get. Depending. I mean, now this guy's a rock star to a lot of people up there that's running, and has caused Kumo's going to run. He's just going to run as maybe an independent. So he's not out of the picture yet. But this guy's got the momentum going. But you get what you get, Israel said, "We want a king." God said, "Okay, go for it." And he didn't say actually go for it. So, but the intent was go for it. And they didn't enjoy that. So we'll see if they enjoy what happens. So that's on them. I don't expect much out of New York anymore. After the things they've allowed to go on, they want to have what they believe is their utopia. This guy got a tremendous amount of the vote. So that's what we have here in America. It's freedom. You can elect who you want. They've elected. AOC, it's that crowd. And we'll see what happens. Well, it could be. I mean, if you split it between independent, Democrat, and Republican, it could give an opportunity there. But who's to say? This guy's got some momentum going on. That's wanting to run. He's been a citizen for 7 years. He is Muslim. Younger guy. He cuts a dashing figure. But the biggest problem with him is not, although I don't, obviously I don't care for his faith, but the biggest thing is he's wanting to give a free ride on a lot of stuff. I mean, they may find out that's not. A lot of people will lie through their teeth to get in office, right? That's shocker, right? Nah. And New York's got some debts. And he's saying what he's got to say right now to get elected, and they're just falling all over themselves. We'll see if he actually can pull that off. A lot of freebies, People like to hear that. Free this, free that, free ride. I think he'll probably push for some of that, but sometimes when you get in, well, they already kind of are, Michael. I mean, honestly, that model is kind of already them. Not really a shock. That's like London or anybody, the 15-minute city. They don't want you traveling all around. But that's on them. Sure. But I don't think he's not going to be able to do that. He may push them down the road a little bit towards that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not totally. But if it does, it does. I just don't think, even with their intent, the laws are not going to allow them to do everything they want to do in that area. As long as we follow the Constitution, and we make people stand on that, and you can be sued on that, then we'll be okay. That's like the setting up of Sharia law. I know there's a fear about that, but honestly, that's not legal in our nation. And we just need to stand on the Constitution. That's the big thing. And as long as we have, people that obey the rule of law, that's what I tell people all the time. Sometimes, and we like to project out, and I do it too. So don't take this the wrong way. I'm just saying we project out and we see the bad that could happen. It's good to take notes of that stuff and kind of put your thoughts down. Like, well, this looks like this could be this. And then, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, kind of see where that's at. And what you find is that a lot of times they're wanting, whoever they are, to take you to that kind of level of damage. It didn't happen. They're stopped. And I think that's the way it is in the world a lot of times. We have a fear about stuff, and it's legitimate. But at the same time, we know who's in control. And I think that the one thing about it, more and more, and they're not that everybody ever will, but some of the bigger companies that relocate out of New York, it'll have an effect. Jobs, tax base, and people. I mean, people have been moving out. Their population has been downsizing somewhat. And so they've gotten their lunch eat alive on the give the immigrants everything free crowd. There's some people who got fed up with that. So maybe they need a little more dose of it. Maybe if this guy gets elected, they can get a little more dose of it and just go full on, just hurt yourself, and we can sit back and watch the clown show that it might become, and we'll have plenty to talk about for sure. I mean, I like that. Sometimes it's just good entertainment, And there's other places. I mean, California. I mean, Governor Newsom. It's a clown show. This guy's a liar. He's tries to be a dictator. And Mayor Bass, all of them. They're all going to eat. They will eat themselves. That's the way they operate. They will eat themselves. And, for all that's said about California, let's remember, California gave us Ronald Reagan. Things can change. Things can get better. And there's a lot of good people. And if we could just, the power of the cities is what drives these states. They're so big. But I think that's why the Democrats fought so hard to keep California and New York. That gives them such a lead already. And we're going to have a balance of that. So California is really, really too big, I guess. But it's the representation doesn't trickle down to those in the surrounding areas. They're not, by and large, not that way. They don't vote liberal like that. They're sick of it. Same with Colorado or Oregon or Washington State or whatever. You have those people that are very conservative, but they're outvoted because of the cities. So Uh, the cities in America, not all of them, but a lot of them are just gone. I mean, they're cesspools of crime, this kind of thing, and that's why a lot of people have moved out, and they're sick of it. This has been an ongoing problem. It's getting worse. London, I mentioned, is a classic example. It's what a mess they've got there. Uh, I don't want to see things happen that's in Europe happening here. Some of the marches on the street, the things you see, I don't I don't want to see that at all. Uh, and hopefully we won't. Like I said, I think there's um, I think there's a good probability. There's just always that hope, and sometimes when it seems very bleak, good things happen, and so we'll see. Rob's got this. I was going to play this video, but it's almost 6 minutes long, so I'm not going to play that this morning. But we will push it out, the art festival. So that's a little long for us to play in the morning show. Eat up a lot. So, but we'll put it out today. I'll download it. I did get a chance last night. We'll download that and get it out. He's got some updates he wants to do. We'll get that out today. It's just a little long. It would eat up quite a third of our time left. So. Or almost a third. So we'll do that. We'll do that out there on the platforms. You can see that out there, and maybe in one of the longer shows we can run it tonight. Don't forget Humpday News views. My brain not working. We're now Humpday Views. The first hour, then our event, and we'll. Last week, still been working on some of the ongoing issues, and I'm working with a Wi-Fi provider. I actually could have come back in. I actually booted. I was there, but I decided to just listen to the engineer. So it wasn't like I went away. I was listening. I listened to most of the show, but I thought they were doing a fine job. It was a good show. I just listened in and worked on things behind the scenes. So I was always on the periphery. So and then I went to help my wife. So I was listening in, but we didn't drop any of the streams last week. We will this week. So the Southern Fried Event is a Rumble only exclusive. But they gave people exposure to it. Hopefully they'll want to be a part of that. And we didn't get to cover our things. We've got some special second half things that hopefully we can get to tonight. Some of those we'll save for Rob as well, but we'll try to get some of those. And then the week following, remember, Steve is back with us for the Humpday Views part. And who knows, he might hang around for the event. He likes to vent, and he's a Rumble guy. On that note, a couple of announcements. Absolutely, be sure to get you the Rumble app and have that in your platforms, whether you use it all the time or not. Hopefully, you'll want to use it more and support this great platform. Well, a lot of our listeners have. I'm even setting my granddaughter up on it. I've got to get the email verified so that she can have her Rumble channel, and she's already got YouTube and one other one, I think, but that we put on there. But she's going to Rumble. She's going to be a Rumbler, and we appreciate that. I was going to show what did I do with it? Let's see here. We're just going to talk through a couple of these. Patriot Mobile, obviously, they've been doing something every week for the month of June, and this week is pro-life. They're speaking out to be pro-life. They gave us a lot of images, and I picked these two out to really show this week. And when you support Patriot Mobile, you're supporting a company that is pro-life. I love that. They have American values. They're pro-faith, pro-America first, First and Second Amendment. They stand on free speech, and I love these images. Life is beautiful, and it's not a drain on the system. And having a bunch of kids is not. It's biblical, and it's not a drain. And Americans have it drum beat in their head for years. You should only have two at the most, and that's ridiculous. Children are a great heritage, and as the Bible says, we should have a quiver full of them. And we're not birthing enough children in our nation. And that's why they don't tell you the dirty secret. We're not averaging enough children, and so they're having to bring in people to support the workers down the line, because eventually the numbers will start dwindling and you won't have enough workers. No, have children. Be a nuclear family, and celebrate life. And that's what Patriot Mobile does. Make the switch today. Use promo code Cornbread. Absolutely. And I like it when I go somewhere and they say, can I put a name on that? It's great to say Cornbread. But make the switch today. Great company. And Mammoth Nation has got a special, same kind of company. Great America First, faith-based company. You can see some of the images. There's our QR code. They have a half off their lifetime membership right now. And I know money's tight, but if you could afford it, if not, it's $5 a month to at least be a member, and you get all those savings when you go through their portal. But if you can afford it, lifetime membership is only $150 right now. Think about that. You're going to make that back the first year in savings if you use their portal to go in some of these companies and purchase things. The savings you'll get pop up on the screen, and you'll start to see that. So they do this once a year. I took advantage last year, and I don't have to worry about it no more. I'm a lifetime member, and I'm proud of that. Mammoth Nation, who also does a great weekly video, which really tackles a lot of the same things we talk about on here. Love those guys. We've been really busy with Patriot Mobile, getting them off the ground. But don't forget Mammoth Nation. That's very important to us. And our clicks have increased online, going to the site, the scan for the QR code and everything. And they'll also be in each newsletter that comes out. Share those out and get people to, and give us other people's emails if they'll agree to it. Have them email it. So we are ridiculously low on emails. We should be a lot higher, and we will be. We've got a double challenge going on right now. I challenge Rob to double it the next week, and it's not that hard of a double. Trust me. Michael says that unless something really bad happens, Trump paving way for the party to do even better next time. If we win the midterm elections, next president will be MAGA. Truth, I'm not sure it's going to be JD, though. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure on that one. Not against him. I'm just not sure that the MAGA crowd is going to be full of. It's going to be a very hard primary, and there's going to be a lot of people jump into that. That vacuum that's going to be left when Trump is term limited and he can't run, that vacuum is going to be huge. And I'm sure he's going to try to promote JD and as it gets closer, especially in the second part of the term. But obviously DeSantis is going to be back in the picture. There's going to be many others. It'll be a very big primary that'll have to be whittled down. That platform is going to be very, very big, meaning the number of people on the debate stage early on for the GOP. It's going to be big. There's going to be a lot of them coming out of the woodwork. And I suspect it could be closer to 50-50 on female and male, to be honest. I can see a lot of females on the stage. There's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 on the female side that's going to be running for president on the GOP side, and then several males. So it's going to be fun to watch, and we'll see how that comes out. Yeah, Michael, I don't know either. JD can get there. He's got a lot of things. He's got to get polished up a little bit. This is a big. He don't have a whole lot of time to get ready. So it's not like he gets 8 years to get ready. He's got 4 and less than that, because in 3 he's going to be out there on the. And obviously he's going to run. He'll be out there on the debate stages, running around the country, making that run. He'll have the benefit, according to how much Trump backs him, and you never know with him. I would think he would. Who knows? Trump does his own thing, but if he does, and I'm sure he will, he'll be out there and not that long. I mean, when you think about it, once the midterms hit, it's full on for the next election. So you don't have to declare in that year, but you start laying your groundwork for your super PACs and all that. It just never stops. And so there's going to be some names. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to be the governor of Arkansas run, or Kristi Noem, or there's going to be several. I just tell you, there's going to be a lot of them that will jump out and run, and we'll see what MAGA decides. it'll be full on attack by the media to attack them all. But I think you're going to see a lot of folks running. Um, Maybe even a couple surprises. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. I'd see a couple of surprises jump in the field. Like I said, the vacuum's going to be huge. Nobody was going to get in front of Trump, and he could outspend anybody. So there's going to have to be a lot of fundraising done by these guys and gals who are not that wealthy, not like that. And there'll be a couple, I'm sure, that will come along that have money that will want to run. So it'll be fun to watch. We can start talking about that too. What y'all think about the president's kind of letting the hair down a little bit and saying exactly how he feels about the Israel-Iran situation? He's getting ridiculed for that. These people, they trying to act all righteous. They want to act like that Biden or Obama or anybody like that didn't use that kind of language. They absolutely did. They both were filthy mouthed, and they were heard on hot mics many times. Trump just made his own hot mic. I'm not saying that I want to hear the president say words like that at all. What I'm saying is that he had that Middle East frustration, which we kind of saw coming. For all that he can do, even Trump can't solve this problem. All he can do is try to put some strong words there, strong actions, and tell them to get it together. But DeSantis is definitely going to. I could see Rubio doing it. If he does, that's a mistake by Kennedy. That would not be good for him to do. But he might. It's America. He has the freedom to do that. I don't think he can win in that. My honest opinion. For all that he's doing on that side, I think that's kind of where people would see him really continuing to be. But I could be wrong. I mean, he's ran before, obviously, but I think that would be a mistake. My opinion. I'm entitled to it. I just think that would be a mistake. And I can tell you that there are people that won't vote for him for one reason. And fair or not, they like the guy. They can't stand how he talks. It all plays in. It all plays in. And, he has that really rough voice. And a lot of people just don't like that. Thank you for the light, Brother Darrell. Hope you're doing well today. God bless you. Preach on, brother. Long-time classmate from the old days in Lakeview. I say old now because I'm getting old. But fair or not, I mean, that plays in. And I can tell you that my co-host brought this up himself. He told me offline, so I love the guy, but he said, I can't stand listening to him. It's hard on the ears. But he has a lot of supporters. I get it. But I think he'd get lost in the shuffle. I could be wrong. And, I just think it would get lost in the shuffle. There would be some people. What about a Kemp? Even a Kemp might run. He seems to have been progressing that way, the governor of Georgia. There's talk that he could run. There's quite a few, actually. Quite a few. The midterms are going to have a lot. Yeah, Michael. Hey, I think everybody's suffering with internet issues, man. I think it's probably the sun and then attacks by foreign entities and the heat, maybe. But it's been like that for everybody, most people. But have a blessed day, man. It's nice talking to you. As always, appreciate everybody being in here today. And I hope you have a great Wednesday. I mean, hump day and, kick it at work and then get home, be with your family. We've been working. I've had a fun time this week, even though it's work. Like I said, working with a new employee who has been in the country for a limited amount of time and doesn't speak any English except to say thank you. And bless his heart, he's a fine young man. But he's Kurdish background, and I love to I love to pick people's brains. So working through the translator, who is also Kurdish, I have been able to really talk a lot about that region. So, um, yeah, see you, Michael. Take care, brother. But it's great to talk. I love people. Like I said, the only problem with people is people, right? Sometimes you love to not like them. Humans are humans, sinners. We're all falling short of the glory of God. We all got problems. We all got quirks. We all got issues. Just some have more than others. But some people you love to talk to, and some people you love when the conversation is over. But that's usually very few. I like to talk to people. No matter their life is their life. Um, I can talk to anybody as long as they don't scream and holler at me and call me names. I can't deal with that. I'll give them their say so, then boot them. But if they'll be respectful, I can talk to anybody. You don't have to agree. We don't. All of us don't agree on everything. Me and Rob don't agree on everything. Not supposed to. That's it. You and your wife, or you and your husband, you don't agree on everything. We may agree on a lot. We don't agree on everything. Just the way life is. So, if you go into this business thinking everybody's going to agree with your thoughts, not. But that's what makes a great show. Point counterpoint. Have the other. I used to love that show that was on way back in the day on what was that on Fox? I can't remember, but they had the liberal and the conservative, and they generally were friends with each other. They would get heated, but they never made it personal. Uh, they would passionately state their position without making it personal. Not like the sports guys who that one guy gets on Skip Bayless. He gets on everybody's nerves. Even if I agree with him, I feel dirty for agreeing with him because of how he is. He's just a mouthy little munchkin who wants to make you mad, and yeah, guy gets on my nerves. There's a few others. There's not just him, but I do like point counterpoint. I like that. I like that presentation because it does make you think. By the way, I have not watched the show, but they say it was absolutely gold. Bernie Sanders went on the Joe Rogan show. I'm going to have to select some clips out of that to watch, maybe even watch the whole thing. It didn't go well for Mr. Sanders, my understanding. Everything he tried to bring up got turned around and put right back at him. And apparently, I'm just reading by what people are saying online. You need to watch it. So Bernie and Joe Rogan, what a combination! That's great TV or great internet or whatever you want to say. I like that kind of thing. Put Marjorie Taylor Greene on anything, I'll watch it because you know what? I agree with her on a lot of things. I don't agree with her on everything, but she's going to bring it, and put her on a show with somebody that's going to bring it. That's great TV. I want to see that. Why would we want to not have that? That's what makes it great. And I can say, Marjorie did a victory lap because she was saying, "You're right, Broski." Put that on screen. They can't stand it that he's actually has made some common sense comments. He's liberal, but Marjorie made a victory lap because she has been critical of this Iran and Israel thing, and she's taken some heat for it. But when the president said what he said, she said, "Yeah, she concurs." She reposted that, so it was like a confirmation. They've not always agreed on everything either, being MTG and President Trump. I like, what I love. I don't like bland. Don't give me bland. Give me passion, even if it's misplaced. Because you know what? It shows me at least you really believe in something. Because to me, I want to know what you are. And I want to know I don't like that kind of person who's ready to just slip it in your back. They'll smile at your face. Give me the truth. I can handle it. That old show. You can't handle the truth, but I can. I can handle the truth. I want to know exactly how somebody feels. I can't stand it when someone is wishy-washy. We may be completely apart on our belief system, but as long as I know where you stand, I can take that every day over a wishy-washy politician who just, as the wind changes, they change because they're just trying to keep a vote. Now, make your stand for the better, the bitter, or whatever. Make that stand. I'll stand with that all day long. I've worked for some real hard cases in my life. Some people would make you cry, and it was almost like they were soulless. They didn't have no empathy, no compassion. They could be the biggest jerk ever to walk down the pipe. I could work for them. You know why? Because I knew what was expected. Did I like them? Not really. But did I like working for them? Absolutely. Why? Because I knew exactly what was expected of me. I went out and did the job. I didn't have to hang out with them. They're the boss. And they stayed clear of me, and they ate everybody else's lunch. And a couple of times we had words. But I knew exactly where I stood. I like that. I'm just that guy. You don't want passionate Antifa. Okay. Well, what I mean by that is, though, at least they're telling you who they are. Would you rather somebody act like they're really agreeing with you? I'll at least say that. At least I know who they are. I know where I stand. I know where we're at on the issues. I understand what you're saying, but at least you know what they're about. There's been politicians in the past. What was that? It's on the tip of my brain right now. I'm trying to think. It's off of a TV show. There was a politician there. It was a comedy. And no matter what anybody said, they would change their position depending on who made a great point. Oh, yes, I've always believed that. I can't think of what it is. This 60-year-old brain's not wanting to work. But there's a lot of them like that. A great example of that is Bill Clinton. He was a chameleon. He'd smile and just make you think he was your best bud. But when he was going to the funeral for Brown that died in that crash, I love that clip, and Rush used to show it all the time. He was coming up the path, and he's cutting jokes. He's cutting jokes with somebody. As he turned the corner and he seen the media, he instantly shed a tear. Just produced it right off. Acting like he was all solemn and crying. Dude's a snake. I'd rather, be that way all the way if that's what you're going to be. That's the way it goes. I'm not saying I want that walking down the street there, broski, by no means. But at least I know what they are. Sometimes people have said, well, just say who you are. I said, well, I'm not hiding it. But some people want that. They want to. That's why people ask you, what do you believe? They want to box you in, sure. They want to get a good feel for you. Then they know whether they like you or hate you. I don't hate anybody, but I don't like a lot of that crap, for sure. They definitely gave you the smile. George kind of bounced around too. He kind of talked about, you remember when he wanted to make all the Dreamers citizens and everything? His party choked, like, what are you talking about? He didn't get there either. Of course, a lot of people said his was in the energy sector with the oil. And there's a lot of people don't like either one of those two men. And it's pretty interesting. They work well together, isn't it? They've done a lot of things together post presidency. They get along just fine. It's funny, nobody gets along with the Obamas. Not really. Nobody gets along. The Bidens either, not much, or the Gores. That was a different level. We knew what the Clintons were, right? I mean, you knew what they wanted. They were all about the money, all about the money. And Bill wanted to have a good time. He said, "Just leave me alone. Let me play my saxophone and party." Uh, he's been looking bad. He actually looks a little bit better. He looked very sickly there for a while. He actually looks slightly improved, I think, last time I saw him. But his health has not been great. You know, all these people, because of our age, like myself, you see all these people passing away that you grew up with, people in entertainment industry, you know, whether that's actors, music, whatever, politicians, and you hear about this. You know, Mick Ralphs from a Bad Company died. A lot of people giving shout outs there, but you know, we're in that frame now where they're a little older than us, or a lot older. We grew up with them, but they were already older than us, and they're passing away. It's tough to watch. You know, it's tough to watch. You know, it makes you feel even more connected to just how quickly life passes you by. So, not to be melancholy or anything, but it's true. You're like, oh, there's another one. And you're thankful for each and every day. Or we should be. We should be thankful for each and every day we get to live. And it's great to be an American. Hey, Miss Kim, coffee cheers to you. Absolutely. We don't have our coffees out yet. We're getting closer, but I'm actually drinking Killer Carl's recommended 555 or 55coffee.com. And I did use that promo code Carl15. I've got a new pack on the way, matter of fact. Actually, I told you, I didn't tell you the correct. I drank that yesterday. Today is one of our blends. Secret blends yet. We don't have it announced yet. And this is a dark roast this morning. So I told you wrong. Actually, I am drinking one of our blends. I've got samples in. But 55coffee.com is awesome. It is a great blend. And they're from out of Michigan. And use that promo code Carl15 and you'll get a savings. It knocks quite a bit off. Like I say, I've got a shipment on the way, and it's not outrageously priced or anything, and me and my wife love it. We'll continue to be consumers of it. Absolutely. Kim, I hope you're doing well today. Stay cool if you can. Cool under pressure, as they say. And I think we all feel like the president today. We're just tired of crap. We might not say it the way he did, but I think we could agree that there's a lot of people that don't know what they're doing out there, and we're sick of it. Boy, I just love how the left has jumped on the moral bandwagon. Oh, I can't believe we have a president that talks like that. What a shame. What an embarrassment. Are you kidding me? These people up on their moral high ground? Come on. The very same people that have been morally decrepit and decrepit, you know, tearing down our nation and every moral fiber they can find to tear it down, and they're shocked over a word that he said. Get over yourself. We're not buying what you're selling. Whether you use that word or not, don't act like you hadn't heard it, and don't even say that. Act like that. Any Biden, Obama, any Clinton, they all foul mouth. And yes, they've been heard before. That sticks in my craw that they've jumped up on this, like all of a sudden they're sitting on the church pew and, you know, praying penance over their mouths. Give me a break. Give me a break. I just, come on. You know what? You know, you don't have to listen to it. Nobody has to watch that. If you do, then you heard it and it's over. So, but don't act like you hadn't heard it. I hear that at the market. I hear that at standing in front of a big box store by the people that work there. It's not like we're not hearing that word. I don't go around using it, but it's not like we don't hear it. And come on. It just cracks me up that they're trying to take this moral high ground position and act like that Biden had a filthy mouth. Come on. He cussed all the time. His cussing sessions were legendary on his own staff. He'd go on a tirade and just every word, not every other word, but every word out of his mouth was a curse word. He probably made up some too. You know how he would talk, jumble his words. He probably made up a few curse words. Give me a break. Get over yourself, you Democrats. You don't think AOC ain't got a filthy mouth? She's up there bloviating about the president talking like that. Shut up. Every one of them. Elizabeth Warren, we know she's got a foul mouth. Bernie Sanders, we know what your mouth is like. Come on, dude. Ain't none of you sitting on ain't none of you on the top of the hill reading the Bible. Come on. None of you. Oh, man. I think we all felt the frustration, and it's almost like, it's like when your dad told you that, you hit your ball over the neighbor's yard, neighbor's kind of a jerk, and you kind of get that, but your dad thinks he can, he's like, Dad, we'll give him a ball back. I asked him for it, and, smart with me. And your dad said, well, I'll go over there. I'll take care of it. And you're like, well, I don't know. This guy, he's crazy. Well, I'll take care of it. Next thing you know, your dad's back, red-faced. I'm calling the law. Dude, that guy's crazy. He's a nut. I mean, he's threatening me there on the porch. That's kind of what I feel like President Trump's not threatening, but he's like, I'm tired of dealing with these two. I'll just fight it out for a while. Shut up. Leave me alone. You don't know what you're doing. I had agreement, and then you're fighting again. It's like he's ready to put Netanyahu and Khomeini over his knee, just wear their rear ends out. It's like that's where he's at with Putin and Zelensky. And Zelensky's already had over his knee, wore him out. Sick of it. Sick of you idiots. Just stop. Yeah, I get it. I think we all feel like that. It's like, what? Enough. I mean, there's nothing else to be accomplished here. Let's try something different. This ain't working. I mean, have you ever had two friends, they fought, but you were friends with both? I mean, that's what it feels like. I mean, it's just freaking arguing, and you're like, throw your hands up like, y'all two just fight it out. I've had enough. I love both of you, but I've had enough. He tried to be that way to both. Like, here, I support you. Steve, panting. I heard ALC. We were talking about the president saying his nasty word to the press about Israel and Iran and their ongoing so-called ceasefire. And I said that because all the Democrats are saying, how dare the president talk like that? This is embarrassment. What a shame. And I was saying that every one of them has a filthy mouth, and I included AOC. So would you agree this morning, Steve, that AOC has a filthy mouth? I probably don't know what you're going to say off of that. Miss Kim says, make everyone mad is the plan. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. It set the pattern, right? So Kim's going to be singing 1 minute, cursing the next over there in Kim's Coffee Talk on the Rumble side. Y'all give her a follow. She's awesome. We're honored to have her in our presence. I tell you, I'm in the presence of greatness. I say that with full honor. I'm not joking around. She's a sweetheart, has a great show. And I'm truly honored that you would stop by. And you always make me laugh. And you got to go watch her show. I see. Yeah, the pearl clutching is ridiculous. Just laugh at them like the clowns they are. Yeah. They're counting the beads, saying their penance. Oh, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Good well these buffoons ain't sitting up there trying to write the next great literature. Thank you so much. We love you. Like I said, you have a great program. Your followers are awesome. I just like jumping in the chat and or sometimes just read. Sometimes I don't say nothing. I just read the comments, because you've got some great supporters there, Georgians. We've got great people here in Georgia, and I'm sure from other places as well. Even Ohio, like Steve. There's some good people in Ohio, Steve, right? But it reminded me of the time that, remember the Mike and Mike show in the morning, ESPN? I used to love listening to that on the way to work. And, of course, Golick, he played at Notre Dame. Wow, he'd always bring that up. But I remember a show, this has been, because they've been around for a couple of years, 3 years now or more, which was stupid. They should have never canceled that. But I didn't always agree with them, but that was a great show sports-wise and on everything else. But I remember him talking one time, his mom, their mom, like him and his brother and everything, she heard about him cussing or something. I forget the gist of it. And so mom, they never cussed around their mom. And so mom's giving them this little mom look and going, do you cuss? He's like, yeah, Mom, I do. I don't cuss around you, but Mom, I do cuss. I don't upset you, but I cuss, and I cuss a lot when I'm not around you. I don't know why she didn't. They were very good about keeping that mouth clean around Mom. And I think she had heard a video or something where he had said something, and she's like, you cuss? That's the way the Democrats are like now. He cussed. He said it out loud. He said it to the press. The whole world's watching. Like the whole world don't cuss. I had a guy on my radio show this morning from Russia. He cussed. He said the same word. That's not a shock. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. A lot of the music they listen to has a lot of cussing in it. I mean, come on. Oh, man. Hey, y'all are great this morning. Have a great Wednesday. I got to get off here and record a couple of shorts and get on to workplace. Give Steve there at Celtic Blacksmith a follow, and Miss Kim at Kim's Coffee Talk. You won't be disappointed. They're great folk, and many, many more like them. I'm honored to be among such folks, and I learn from them all the time. I'm a sponge, so it's amazing, and the friends we have been able to make in just a little over a year, and I'm speechless sometimes at just the way the connections and who we've been able to be friends with. So we're here to support each other. There's room for everybody. And my only problem is I need more time in the day, because I'd love to listen to everybody's show every day because they're all great. And there's no duds. They're all on point every day, and they are bringing it. You can forget the legacy media. Who watches network? I only pick up network stuff just to see stupidity and to give balance to some things that are going on out there to show what they're covering. The real people is these folks like this who are calling out the BS every day. We don't have limitations of sponsors and stuff that say you can't bring this up or that up. No, we bring it, and I love it. So we're all a little bit. We may not all even be exactly the same, and that's fine. We may look at things differently. Sometimes, shockingly, like Steve, I still can't believe you didn't think we should hit the cartels without. He wanted to give a warning sign. I got to give you a hard time, brother. I say hit them. Oh, I hate that Rob wasn't here. Again, y'all keep him in your prayers. He's fine, but he's going with somebody to surgery and supporting them. Had a lot of traveling to do this morning. Should be back by tonight, but he might not make it. It's a long drive. He might be wore out. Lots going on. So by tomorrow night for sure. I'll be on tonight. I'll be on in the morning, and we'll join Rob again for the Cornbread Nation. If he pops in, he pops in. And hopefully we can get a few more things corrected today. And y'all stay cool. Cool under pressure. Don't let these 100-degree days get you down. I like my friend in Russia. He calls in the show. He says, I said, what are you doing? He said, drinking beer. I don't drink, but I just thought it was funny. I was like, what time is it? I forgot the time difference. It's like almost noon. So I thought, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, dude. I thought, I forgot you're Russia. He's drinking beer. Oh, hey, y'all are great. Thanks for everybody listening. We got a lot of good, just great people. They never comment, but they tell me all the time, hey, watch the show. Great show. Love you guys. So people are a little camera shy. They don't even like to chat, but they do listen. As I said in my ad for Patriot Mobile, we see you there. We appreciate you. Sometimes it's a number on the screen. Sometimes it's a name. But we see you, and you all matter to us, and we appreciate you. Go have a great day out there. We'll see you tonight we'll probably have an early show, kind of a news show tonight. Then 8 bells, we'll hit the Humpday views. I don't have a topic yet, but I'm sure I'll have one. And then the Southern Fried vent. We got a lot to vent about. We're probably going to pick up this topic a little bit, but in the second half of the vent, I'm going to try to have the top 10 President Trump vent, what he's venting about. So we're going to try to have some fun with that. So that'll be in the second part in the behind the paywall, Rumble only. We'll drop every other thing down. Hey there, how you doing? Aiden, how's it going? Yeah, the cornbread man. I got to give a lot of credit to cornbread has always been in our logos and stuff, but shout out to Angry Conservative 1981. He dubbed me the cornbread man when I came on his show. And now he's got a new one. He calls me Pastor Cornbread. Oh, I can't wait to share that with the church. I'm Pastor Cornbread. I do like it. It's got a ring to it. The Cornbread Man. Have a lot of fun with it. And that's my morning show on. Yes, Broski. Yes. Hey, I think you will. But my radio show is called. It's internet, but it's radio. That's why the song is the Cornbread Man, the Cornbread Man Morning Show. And I had a guy come in and goes, man, what a great name. I love your name. So, and David the AM has been out there forever. So I'm both. So. Thanks for stopping by. Give us a follow, a like, a share out. Send us your email to our email that's on the screen going across the bottom of that screen. And we'll get you our newsletter out. No more than once a week. I promise. I'm the guy that sends it out. So it's the Dave Cornbread Man promise. No more than once a week. Sometimes less. Busy week, we might not even send a newsletter. But we'll send you some unseen stuff yet. Behind the scenes stuff. So we'll just email us. It won't be shared with anybody. It's MailChimp. When you see it coming in, it'll come in from the Southern Fried. So we'd love to communicate with you. If you don't, that's fine too. So become a breadhead. That's the Breadhead newsletter. The Breadhead newsletter. Yeah, let's pray for a lot of things, Broski. Praying for the president. We got to clean some moral things up in our country. And, he's at NATO right now, NATO summit. We'll have to see what little Zelensky has to say over there. He's over there hat in hand begging for more, I'm sure. He's like the guy with the monkey walking around. He is the monkey, though, and he's jumping around and doing tricks. Well, I shouldn't say that like that. I cracked myself up. He's being Zelensky. He's over there with his hat in his hand. I'll leave it at that. I gotta go. Rob not here. I'm off the chain. It's like Rob is channeling through me or something right now. Oh, we miss him though. He hates not being here. We'll see you this evening. I hope you have a great day. I knew it was a mistake. Oh my God. Oh, this is a great show to get ready to go to work. I tell you, it puts you in a great mood. It does me. It does me. I got to be good. I'm going to be in trouble. Hey, y'all have a great day out there. And we appreciate you very much. Let's go rock a Wednesday, right? Humpday. All right, let's go out. We'll play that song again, the Cornbread song, the Cornbread Man Morning Show. This is what I play on that. So it's like a one-off here. We don't play it here. We've never played it here before. But since I'm just here this morning, the Cornbread, so we'll play it this morning. Rob will be back, and we'll get back in our regular music. But here you go. Have a great day. Salute.